Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange. In the last episode, Max returned to her timeline, the timeline where William died in the car accident, and Chloe is living her best, most chaotic life, and Max actually even went so far as to tear up the photo that William took of Max and Chloe on that day, presumably so that in the future she wouldn't feel tempted to go back and try to make sure that William survived ever again. Now then, whilst our Max...
I'm lost in all this shit.
Okay, and yet whilst our Max was in an alternate timeline, it seems that a version of Max and Chloe were playing detective. We have this big board of evidence. However, I'm gonna be me. Before we get to this, I want to look at everything because of course I do.
That's my Chloe.
The Bad Girl's Guide to Guns by Coffee Greer. Lovely. Fabulous, Chloe. Just excellent work.
That snow dough always makes me think of William and Chloe.
Oh, God. Oh, that was one of the snow globes that was on alternate Chloe's dresser. Oh, that hurts.
I feel like we're missing a major clue.
We
Keep
might
digging,
be.
Chloe.
We might be, and we will find the clue eventually, but please let me look around.
This butterfly photo seems like a million years ago. How much time have I altered since?
So much, Max. So much time. Still, it's nice that Chloe is keeping that photo in her wallet. That's nice.
I should have known just erasing that phone message wouldn't stop the police.
Chloe Price. From Arcadia Bay Police Department to Chloe Price. Miss Price, this is Officer Anderson Berry, and since we have your contact info on file here, we'd like you to come by the station on Monday morning at approximately 8 a.m. to answer a few questions about any information you may have regarding a recent break-in at Blackwell Academy and the fact that your car was identified in the parking lot around the same time. We look forward to clearing this up. Officer Berry, ABPD, they know. They know that... Oh, God.
I'm so sorry, William. It's not fair you had to die twice.
Oh, it really isn't, but I hope that this experience will teach Max that fucking about with time can really have disastrous consequences that you couldn't have predicted beforehand, because there was no way of knowing that Chloe would have gotten into a car accident if William had been allowed to live. And I said this before, I don't think that was like cause and effect, like, oh, because William survived, someone else had to get into the car accident. It was destiny. Like, I don't think that's the case. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Car accidents happen every single day. They are so common. It is such a common occurrence. I don't think it was destiny. I think it was just bad luck on Chloe's part. That's all it was. And the fact that, because William was alive, the family had enough money to buy her the car. That's what I mean when I say William's death prevented Chloe's accident. I don't mean that in a fate way. I mean that, like, financially. Okay, what else? Ooh, bills.
There's Chloe's cash stash. Sorry, Principal Wells.
I thought that meant a different type of bills. Oof. I still feel badly about that. Excuse me?
Yes, Chloe Price was here.
And there's no David
Max, we are
to...
this close to finding Rachel. Chloe, you're on fire.
As I was saying, yeah, there's no David to scold her for smoking in her room this time.
I wish I could tell Chloe how much William cared about her.
And, ooh, cup.
Staying up all night is the best excuse to drink lots of coffee.
I mean, if you say so. I mean, I'm not personally all too fond of coffee, and I know as an English person...
The tabanga is perhaps Arcadia Bay's oldest original totem.
That's very interesting. Let's look at that, we will look at the picture that we just took so I can say my thought. That's a really nice image too. That's a really good picture. I'm pretty sure I know where this one is, and this one. The others, I'm a little fuzzy on. What I was gonna say, as an English person, I know that my drink of choice should be tea. However, I've got to be honest. I don't like tea. Yes, I know that is blasphemous. It is blasphemy for an English person not to like tea, but I just don't, unless it's iced tea or green tea. Those are the only teas I like. Otherwise, it's soda all the way for me.
Even Holmes and Watson didn't use every piece of information.
Indeed they didn't. You don't want to clutter up the board with useless stuff. Just this.
Damn. This is a serious expose on the Prescotts. Finally.
Ooh. The Great Northwest. The Prescotts' Pan Estates, Haven or Hell by Craig Kennedy. The name Prescott may not mean much to you or those outside the edges of a small coastal Oregon town, but this is a name that means quite a bit in Arcadia Bay. A quaint town seemingly in... Whoops, let's try that again. A quaint town seemingly stuck in time. Once home to a prosperous fishing and tourism industry, the town has seen much better paydays, despite the local success of the prestigious Blackwell Academy and its football and swimming teams, the Bigfoots and the Otters. Environmental changes to the area have reduced the amount of fish and other sea life, resulting in a stagnant economy and limited tourism. Oddly, the Prescotts have managed to keep their business interests quite profitable. In fact, they're behind an expensive, exclusive housing development known as Pan Estates, to be built into the deep forests near Blackwell Academy. Local Native American groups have already filed various motions against the development, citing widespread destruction of tribal lands and natural resources. Continued on the next page. Ooh, that is very interesting. I'm surprised this made it to press. I could see something like that being buried. I mean, you would assume that the Prescotts would have, inside people at the newspaper.
So close yet so far away. We have to do 3 main things.
Right. What things?
1. Decipher Frank's logbook. 2. Get Nathan's phone to find out where he's been during the Vortex Club parties with Kate and Rachel. And see whatever hidden shit he's got in his messages.
3. Beat Stepdouche Dan until he tells us about Frank, Nathan, and the dark room. And I do have a gun now.
Keep it in your pants. We'll have to do this on our own.
Dude, at least let me kick his ass, then rewind. Fine, whatevs. It's your power.
Which I can't waste on shit like that. Or Blackwell would be in big trouble.
At least you let me take that money to pay Frank off.
Don't remind me. I just want him off your back. Our back.
I know. You should get busy in the garage to see what dirt you can dig up. I'm gonna cyberstalk some names and see where that leads. Or to who. And be careful of Stepcrack. He's not gonna be a happy camper after you reamed him yesterday and Mom is giving him the boot.
I'm on it, partner.
Oh shit, is he still here?
I can't abuse this level of my rewind power. It's way too dangerous, and I need to navigate the present without messing up the past.
Okay. I assumed that he would have been staying in a hotel by now. Apparently he's still here. Shit.
Oh no. That poor little bird has been trapped in here.
Okay, hello? I think, yeah. Hello, are you alright? If we scare it, where's it gonna go? Can we... Let's be smart. Can we open this window? We can't.
It's such a warm, beautiful day. How could a killer storm just pop up tomorrow?
Because you've been fucking with time. That's how. Okay. Okay, bird friend, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna get you out of this. No, not there. You gotta keep going. Freedom. It's just over there. Go on.
Fly, be free.
There you go. Oh, what will the consequences of that be? Well, in the final episode, the bird comes back with a machine gun and saves Max. That's what happens. I'm totally being honest. I'm totally not fucking with you. That is what happens.
Last time I wanted to splash some water on my face, my whole life changed. Oh, that blue dye makes me so happy. It means the real Chloe is back with me.
Max, I don't know if upsetting is the right word, but she's like, oh, the real Chloe. The real Chloe. It doesn't seem to have hit her yet that the Chloe in the alternate timeline, she was just as real as our Chloe. That's why I've been referring to her as alternate Chloe, not fake Chloe or not real Chloe. She is just as real as our Chloe. She's just a different Chloe. Max, you learned some hard lessons in that alternate timeline. I really hope you don't ignore them because, like, oh, well, it wasn't real. It wasn't what really happened. Like, no, that was an alternate timeline. That did happen. It is just as real as you washing your face in the here and now. Oh, Max, please. Let's turn this off. Save electricity.
This might be the last poster advertising Arcadia Bay after tomorrow night.
So we should maybe try and stop it. Let's hope David isn't in here.
Since David might be in there, I better mosey along for a change.
Okay. Good stuff. And let's close this. Just to make sure that the bird doesn't fly back in. Okay. Oh shit.
You won this battle, Max. You broke up my family. I salute you.
David, I didn't try to hurt you. Ever. But I won't let anybody hurt Chloe.
Too late, isn't it? You just better be damn careful with her. Don't you wander off into the dark.
On one hand, I do get where David was coming from, because again... Oh, hello? Man, this is a lot of texting. Jesus, you two. Okay, there we go. Back up. Okay. Yo, Max, your friend Chloe texted me that you shot her down. True? Chloe actually texted you? I sure didn't have her number. Oh god. I don't want to embarrass you. Too late. She sounds cool. She's a cool dork. Like me? No, you're different. In a good way. So we're still on to go ape? No damn dirty human can stop me. Go ape, not human. We shall see. I hope so. Now I have to get back to reality. That sucks. Indeed. I'll buzz you later. I still don't know where Max is with Warren. I definitely think Max has a crush on Chloe. But again, the reason why I didn't kiss her was because it felt like a rebound. And that felt unhealthy, especially after Chloe just minutes before had been saying, oh yeah, put on Rachel's clothes. Put on Rachel's clothes. Like that. It just felt very off to me. But I 100% think that Max is crushing on Chloe. With Warren, again, I don't know if Max views him as like a little brother or as someone who could, you know, potentially be more than a friend one day. It's... Max, you confuse me. You confuse me, girl. As I was saying, with David, I get David's... Oh, I'm kind of going into spoiler territory here. David had good intentions. He was trying to do something good, but he made himself look incredibly suspicious. He wasn't being very compassionate. Like with Kate, how he makes note that like, oh, she's stopped attending her church service. And rather than thinking like, oh, like this is really out of... This isn't her normal behaviour. I've been following her for a while now, which he shouldn't have been doing that to begin with. I get that you have good intentions, but you're stalking people at that point. Like, don't. It's, rather than thinking like, oh, maybe I should try and talk to her and be sympathetic, like, see what's going on. This is, like, Kate, she's a church mouse. Let's be honest, she's a church mouse. She's quiet and a little bit timid and, you know, she doesn't have this large, boisterous friend group. She has a few very close friends and her church group. And, like, that's it. This is not a heroin-using, cocaine-addicted party girl. Like, no. And rather than realizing, you know, which I don't think this is a huge leap in logic that, like, she's acting differently. She's not leaving her room as much. Maybe she's upset. Rather than jumping to that, his immediate thought was like, she's doing drugs. She's on all of the drugs. And he had good intentions. He was trying to do something good, but he went about it in a completely shit-fucked way, and he was not empathetic. He was not compassionate. I do believe that David had a hand in Kate's attempted suicide. You know, maybe if he hadn't have yelled at her and made her feel like complete ass and made her feel threatened, maybe she wouldn't have done that. Like, who's to say? But like that, his behavior won't have helped, especially if Kate realized he was following her. That would probably just creep her out even more. Like, saying like, you got what you wanted, Max. You broke up my family. No, she didn't. You were behaving badly. Your intentions are irrelevant if you are behaving like an asshole. And I run very hot and cold with David. There are some scenes later on with him that I really like. But at the same time, it's very unfair of him to blame Max for breaking up his family when he was the one behaving in a shady and, quite frankly, scummy way. I think, to be honest, I think he just doesn't want to be the one to blame. He's putting this on Max because otherwise he will have to acknowledge that, yeah, I had a hand in this. I fucked up. I should have told people what I was doing. I should have sat Chloe down like an adult and said, okay, this is what I know. this is what's going on. This is why I don't want you involved. I'm trying to protect you from this. He should have sat Joyce down and said the exact same thing, but he didn't. Instead, he kept secrets. Because I guess he just wanted to be the sole protector of the family, but you're a family. You're supposed to work as a unit, as a group, not as an individual.
I helped Joyce lose William and now David.
That's, oof. Oh, that's one way of putting it.
David isn't any different from me when he's looking at those family photos.
It's obvious that David tried. You know, we saw that happy 18th birthday card that he tried to send Chloe. He tried, but he didn't do it in the right way. He tried to insist, I'm your stepdad. You can't make that decision. That's up to Chloe. You don't get to decide that you're her stepdad. Like, it... David. Love you, Mom. Aw.
Those poor whales are like beached angels. What is going on here?
Oof.
Looks like they're back on the road to Paris.
They are.
Ouch.
Oh, shit. David, do not be here when I get back from work. I mean it, Joyce Price. Oh, that. I don't know if Joyce was going by her maiden name before, or if she was going by Madsen, but that is like, one, she's putting her maiden name on there. Two, that's like her signature. That is so impersonal. Not Joyce, J. Price. Oh dear, we really fucked about with their marriage.
Somehow I existed in this whole other reality. But I don't know what happened. The more I use my power, the more I see how little control I have over what happens. Now Max Caulfield exists in 2 or maybe 3 different realities. How can I have a destiny? If these alternate lives exist, I hate the thought of William and Joyce finding Chloe like that. Thinking about all these lifelines almost makes my head hurt worse than the rewind.
Anything else? Gonna take that as a no. Okay. 1, maybe you shouldn't be trying to control time. You can control things too much. If you have a vice-like grip on something, that thing is eventually going to try and wiggle out, because nothing likes being controlled. Like, I think on some level, everything likes to have a certain freedom, and I would argue that even goes for, like, time. And also the line, how can I have a destiny? Maybe you don't have a destiny. Maybe when you put everything like, oh, it's destiny, you are effectively absolving yourself of any responsibility you may have. It's not that I'm a shitty person, it's just that was destiny. Like, maybe you should focus on what you can and can't do, rather than just putting everything up to, like, what even would you call destiny? Like it's not even a force. It's just like I don't even have the word. The thing. It's a thing, a non-existent thing that you cannot see or touch or experience really until it's been and gone. I don't believe in destiny. I don't believe that things happen for a reason. I think that things are chaotic. I believe in chaos theory, essentially. Things happen because things will happen, and there is no rhyme or reason to it. And again, just putting your faith in destiny and saying, oh, things will work out however they work out, I disagree with that. I disagree with that personally.
Did I actually cause that clock to stop?
No, it's probably just got a dodgy battery.
Oh, there's a ladybug stuck in the dials.
There you go. See, it's... Max, I think she's looking for signs and answers where there really aren't any.
My butterfly sketch doesn't exist in this timeline. Like William. Max the Time Bandit strikes again. To think this all started with my vision of a tornado.
Arcadia Bay Beacon. Eco-apocalypse now? While Arcadia Bay was until now considered a quaint fishing and tourist nook on the Oregon coast, the town that time forgot is, since the beginning of this week, in the literal eye of an environmental storm. Starting with a freak snowfall, an unprecedented eclipse, dying birds, and now a half-dozen beached whales, Arcadia Bay's strange weather is being studied by prominent state and national scientists, apparently including NASA. What's even more incredible is that these eco-phenomena is that... Oh, I misread that, excuse me. What's even more incredible than that... I'm gonna blame the fact that I'm overheating. I'm gonna take a sip, pardon me. Okay. What's even more incredible than these eco-phenomena is the fact that not a single meteorologist has offered any actual theory or even reason for this atmospheric havoc. Continued on the next page. Oh. Things are going to shit. Oh, even more dead birds. Oh my god. Oh, and the house. Ah, yeah, William. William never got the chance to finish off the house.
William never finished painting that wall.
Oh dear. Okay, nothing here. God, look at them all. Also, these cans weren't out here when we last checked. Maybe, I guess David could have been drinking in the back garden. Drinking his sorrows away.
Poor birds. I guess David wasn't in the mood to clean up.
Well, yeah, his marriage was ending. I think that's pretty fair. Oh, excuse me. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Okay. Look, he left his deer picture for some reason. But maybe, to be fair, that could be, you know, like, oh, I'll have an excuse to come back.
Joyce must be so upset. Are you helping anybody, Max?
Are you? You're the only one who can answer that, Max. And that appears to be it.
It looks like David finished his car repairs. Maybe there's some new clues around.
Now then, I only have about a minute and a half on my timer, so let's have a read of this. I've never been so glad to see Chloe in my life. The second I saw her blue hair and that beautiful pissed off face, I kind of regretted not kissing her when she double dared me. Maybe if she had double dog dared me. And I couldn't even tell her where I had been or why. It would be one more thing to alienate Chloe from me and the world. I had to get refocused on our search for Rachel. Chloe had been busy with her detective work while I was in my alternate timeline. I get Max. Max doesn't seem to get that her body was doing stuff whilst her consciousness was in alternate Max. I really don't think that Max is grasping the ginormity of the situation. That it wasn't that her body teleported or anything like that. It's that her mind essentially jumped into a different Max, and a different version of Max piloted her body and did stuff while she was in the alternate timeline. I really... It opens a whole can of worms, and Max just can't see that. Oof. Big oof. Alrighty then, I am going to bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we look for clues in David's garage. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.